Good evening and thank you for joining us. Prospective students and their families had the chance to explore Confederation College's campus today for its annual open house. Visitors were able to speak with faculty and current students in numerous programs, participate in demonstrations, and learn about student life. Confederation College opened up all its buildings Saturday afternoon to give prospective students a first-hand look at the college experience.
Applications are open right now to all Ontario colleges through OCAS, and so it's just the very beginning stages of applying and considering what options are for next year. So high school students that are currently attending school, looking at what they want to study, get an idea of what they want to apply to start in fall 2025, as well as mature students and other people from the community that are interested in starting school soon. It's a good time to talk to people, to get an idea of what your local college has to offer, and to decide what they want to do with their future.
Enrollment Services Manager Derek Lawrence knows visitors were able to tour the campus, participate in demonstrations, and meet with faculty and current students. There are also chances to explore unique learning spaces across different programs, including the interactive media design and film program's motion capture studio in the Shunya building, and the welding and motor power shops in the Dorian building. We spoke to some visitors who said the event was a good chance to experience the school's hands-on learning environment.
I wanted to see the type of programs that they offered, more so like the trade stuff, see which one I am more interested in. Gave me a better idea of the workplace at the school that I'd be working in, like the environment. It also gave me a better idea of the options that it has.
I think anytime we can get young students into the college just to see what programs and opportunities are there, it really gets them to sort of test drive being a post-secondary student. And I have 3 boys at home, so my oldest is very, very much interested in the skilled trades. So this was a wonderful opportunity on the weekend to come in and just see all the programs and tour the college.
Lawrence adds that they have other opportunities coming up for those who want to learn more about the college's programs.
We do also have a recruitment team that does one-on-one personal appointments to help any students figure out what they want to study, what we offer, how to gain admission to those programs. And coming up on November 12th from 4 to 7, we're going to have an application drop-in session here on campus where they can meet with a recruitment advisor and actually do an application for school if they'd like to.
Those unable to visit the campus for the open house also have the option to do a virtual tour on the college's website. Grassy Narrows First Nation has its first female chief. Sherry Ackaby served as deputy chief for the past 2 years and secured the most votes for chief in the band election held on October 21st.
I was shocked to become the first lady chief. I took a huge step from being deputy chief to chief in my running terms. So this is all new to me and very excited. And I'm looking forward to working with my council behind me.
Ackaby narrowly defeated the incumbent Rudy Turtle 109 votes to 99. Turtle had been chief since 2022 and also led Grassy Narrows from 2018 until 2020. Ackaby says she wants to work as a team with her 4 band counselors, be a good leader, and work on what the people want. When she was asked what she'll do differently than Turtle, Ackaby says she wants to be available to all her members.
I'd like to be more visible, and working with the people is a main key. Get voices from the people. We got to involve our community members in more of the things we do for our community. And, just like the saying is, you have to include all your people to move forward and build a better community.
After months of polling suggesting Canadians are tired of Justin Trudeau's leadership, the Prime Minister has made it clear he's not going anywhere. But a new survey shows when it comes to who people would like to lead the Liberal Party, there's no clear answer. CTV's Colton Prale reports.
Justin Trudeau has made it clear he's not going anywhere. But the Liberal leader's popularity problem remains, with his party well back in the polls.
Parties that are behind 16, 17 percentage points usually look for some sort of savior. The polling suggests there's no clear savior.
New polling for CTV News shows over a quarter of Canadians say there's no appealing candidate to lead the Liberal Party.
I don't know, but Trudeau.
Former Bank of Canada governor turned Liberal advisor Mark Carney polled the highest, but was picked by fewer than a fifth of respondents, still far ahead of both the Prime Minister and Finance Minister.
I think Mark Carney would be a good candidate. He brings an economic portfolio background that I think adds credibility.
A bevy of other cabinet members and former BC Premier Christy Clark failed to separate themselves from the pack.
I think Chrystia Freeland should be our leader.
Anyone who just has a good portfolio and can really talk to people, I think whoever can do that can do a fine job.
Among the Prime Minister's supporters, the U.S. election already playing a factor.
They've been able to negotiate effectively with that administration and have the experience.
Strategists say the polling shows new leadership may not turn the tides. It's about convincing voters the party can turn around the economy.
There's still nothing clear on the Liberal Party in terms of how they go forward. But I think what is clear is that they need to stick to that message of affordability to connect directly with people.
Pollsters say Carney's popularity shows he could be a boost for Trudeau's team, but only if he runs as a political candidate in the next election. Colton Prail, CTV News, Ottawa.
Back here in Thunder Bay, the Hill City Kinsmen handed out some big checks this week. $38,000 is being shared amongst 4 local charities, thanks to the proceeds from 2 fundraisers held earlier this year. In total, $16,000 went to George Jeffreys Children's Center. Our Kids Count received $14,000. Wilderness Discovery Center got $5,000, and $4,000 went towards Easter Seals. The proceeds came from the organization's Dream Draw, as well as its Friends Landing Hens event. Sonia Kruger with Our Kids Count says donations from community groups are essential to continuing the work they do with local families.
We do a very diverse programming set at Our Kids Count, and a lot of these programs could not happen without the support of the community and agencies like the Hill City Kinsmen.
Kinsmen is all about giving back to community, being there, and we touch so many different aspects in the community. Everything, as you've seen with Our Kids Count, which have multiple programs, and George Jeffreys, Wilderness Discovery Center, which I've sat on the board of for people with accessibility. We want to make sure that they can continue to enjoy camps in the outdoors and have the full ability to take in the different facilities that are offered.
Souls for Souls and BioPed have been collecting lightly used shoes in Thunder Bay to change lives on a global scale. St. Paul Elementary students have made their contribution, acquiring more shoes for the cause than they expected. Jaden Billick reports.
I'm glad that all of our school collected this many shoes for all the people around the world.
Souls for Souls Canada partners with community-based not-for-profit organizations in developing countries, donating shoes and clothing to people in crisis situations. This day marks the contribution of over 400 pairs of shoes by these St. Paul Elementary students, blowing their target of 50 pairs out of the water. Student support person and organizer of the school's donation, Tara Moquin, says these kids hope to positively impact anyone in need.
This was a whole school initiative. It did start with our grade 2 class, Mrs. Ply's class, with our students behind us. They took on the initiative role. They went around in the mornings with a basket, asking classes who brought shoes in. They collected the information. They used it also as a math lesson, and it just came to be a really good project for the whole St. Paul community.
Owner, manager, and pedorthist of BioPed Foot Care, Mark Thomas says the core ambition of this program is to provide opportunities for families to not only have good footwear, but they can resell these shoes to others, which gives them the means to purchase important necessities. Thomas notes the donated shoes have been going to places as far away as Guatemala, Honduras, and the Dominican Republic.
Souls for Souls has been around for over 20 years, and it's been a very successful program, bringing, how can you say, light to a lot of families around the world that otherwise would have nothing. So we continue to support this. Easy thing to do, it's nothing complicated about it, and everybody wants to help out, and so, no, it's nice to see.
Anyone interested in making a donation towards Souls for Souls can drop off their lightly used shoes at BioPed's office on Red River Road, Wednesday to Friday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Jaden Billick, TBT News.
Meanwhile, a local elementary school went above and beyond for 2 Thunder Bay charities as Woodcrest Public School collected over 1,800 donated items for Empty Bowls Thunder Bay and the Thunder Bay Food Bank. The project helps students learn about food security and the importance of giving back to the community. The school's grade 6 and kindergarten classes collected the most donations and were awarded with a popcorn party. The students were proud to show off the result of their hard work, which involved writing announcements and advertisements to motivate the community to come together and raise donations.
It can help the people who are not able to get the food and who are in need.
Can't afford it, food, like at Walmart or something, so Empty Bowls donate some food to them so they can have it.
It's amazing how the whole community comes together and everyone comes together for this great cause. We'll definitely continue on next year for the whole community, and yeah, it's a wonderful idea.
Do you find your kitchens a little more cluttered than you like? Local author Fiona Jean, also known as the Clean Kitchen Coach, has just released a book to help people tackle that problem. Launched this morning at the Stop and Shop Market, 7 Days to Clutter-Free Kitchen is a daily decluttering journal and guide to help transform kitchens in just a week. The book focuses on using 7 methods Jean has refined through her time as a decluttering coach. Jean says while it is a 7-day journal, the methods don't have to be done consecutively.
The idea is that there's 7 different methods for decluttering. So some people are positive, some people are negative, some people are fast, and some people are slow. So it takes a combination of those innate traits to allow you to discover your personal decluttering style. The number one reason why people don't have me come into their home to declutter is because they feel embarrassed. And there's no need to feel embarrassed, but that's a reality that people were feeling embarrassed to have me into their home. So I decided to write a book so that they could just do it at their own pace.
7 Days to a Clutter-Free Kitchen can be found on Amazon.